Hey everyone, it is us from the future. Future.
You really wanted to say that, didn't you?
Future.
All right, so welcome back to our podcast. We needed to do a quick little disclaimer before this episode
And a
gets
little bit of a
started.
trigger warning. A little bit of one. We did talk about body dysmorphia and some
Anorexia
and
bulimia.
bulimia. So
Yeah. And just body weight in general. I'm sure you read the title. And we just wanted to come on here really quick and say that some of the things we said, we do think they were a little contradicting. So what we say, please just take with a pinch of salt, a grain of salt, whatever the thing is.
the term.
Yeah, the term. And we're just two young people living life, trying to learn as we go. We do not know everything. We are not professionals. So we just wanted that to be out there. Do not, go off of this all the way.
Don't think, okay, yeah, they said this, I'm going to go with it. That's the truth, because it might not be. So,
we have our own opinions. You guys have your own as well. And we just we're not here to hurt anyone's feelings.
And we hope you guys can listen to this or watch this with an open mind and kind of hear where we're coming from and maybe where other people in the comments are coming from. So, I think that's it, right?
Yep.
All right.
Enjoy the episode.
Remember to stay kind. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah, I really didn't even prepare for this episode.
I didn't either. I just kind of want it, to be kind of raw.
I kind of want to wing it. Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, Madeline said earlier that this is going to be our last episode, as of now, in my office.
Possibly.
Maybe.
We think. We're hoping. Because now we got to do some more renovations to it.
So, I don't know. Yeah, no, nobody knows about this really, right? Except, we talked about it in our last episode.
Did we? Oh, the very ending.
Yeah,
though.
so at the end of our last episode, we talked about how this might be, or last episode, I don't know. Basically, we're getting a new studio, or we already have the studio set up and everything, and we've already filmed us getting the paint and everything. Like, we painted an accent wall in there, kind of like this one. But we kind of made an oopsie, because the wall color is the exact same. It's not the exact same. It's really similar to the chairs that we got. We got light gray chairs, and we painted the back wall gray.
Not this dark of a gray. It was a little bit lighter because we wanted a different feel for it. And totally forgot that we ordered couches in gray.
Yeah, so we decided that we might repaint the wall, and we got a side table. We still need to get some other couple things, but for sure next episode, maybe.
No, we should be for sure.
We just have to not be lazy.
Week. Yeah, we have a whole week. We painted and got the other studio done pretty quickly.
Yeah, I would like to go to Home Depot today and not maybe paint today, but paint tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, welcome back to A Glimpse of Clarity. This is episode 8.
Wow, yay, good for us.
Dude, we've actually been doing this
2 months straight. I'm proud.
Me too. I feel like we've been doing this forever now.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like we've only done 8 episodes. It feels like we've done 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But the time has come. We're talking about our body image.
And how social media portrays bodies.
Yeah. So
I wanted to first say, I just got home from picking up my nephew from school because my sister couldn't get away from work. So I had to go up there and pick him up. It was the saddest thing ever because he did not feel good at all.
He's a sick boy.
And first when I was driving over there, I was like, oh, it's kind of like me going to pick up my own kid. Like, that'll be us one day, going to pick up our kid from school when they're sick. And so I was like driving over there, walked into the school, whatever, did the whole thing. And just seeing his eyes, he looked so helpless. And I felt helpless because, like, I can't do anything. Like, I felt so bad for him. And I was like, how am I going to do this when we have, like, our own kids? Like, obviously, Axel is my nephew. So I feel like he's kind of like my kid. But, like, imagine it's, like, my actual kid.
You can't do anything.
I'm going to be one of those basket case moms when my kids get sick. Like, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where I was, and now we're back.
I've been here. I actually went up to our studio earlier today because we thought we were gonna film this episode in the new studio, but
The paint
The paint is so bad.
got messed up. Well, not messed up. The color is off.
Color
we
is
need a
just
different color.
It's not what we expected it to. Dude, we spent like what, 30 something bucks on the paint, which really isn't that bad. I guess. I don't know.
For one wall, I feel like
paint,
that's a lot.
Is paint normally expensive like that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the paint world. I don't really know. Anyways, we're super excited to talk about this because I feel like people talk about it, but I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited to talk about
definitely from a guy's perspective.
Yeah, because like guys don't really talk about it.
Yeah, girls though, we talk about it all the time and how we're not happy with our bodies based on somebody else or whatever. Guys don't really say that.
No.
Not the guys I know of though.
Yeah.
At least.
And I guess we'll kind of get into it later. But like it's so hard for me to gain weight. I've always been like that skinny kid. And it takes a toll on you whenever you're young too, because you're like, oh, I want to, like, I'm not as big or as strong as the other guys, and like in my grade. Mm-hmm. But we'll kind of talk about that later.
Yep. Nice.
What do you have planned to talk about?
I literally have no idea. No clue.
I'm trying to think of like a good starting point.
Yeah, I was kind of brainstorming. I mean, I have two bullet points that I wrote down that I like 100% want to talk about. So the first thing, we kind of had this epiphany the other day about how everybody's taste buds are different. So like, I don't like seafood. I can't stand seafood. But there's people like my dad who love seafood. Or I don't like cheese. I know. Well,
Madeline
sue
likes
me.
Some cheese. Okay, we got like dessert the other day at Domino's. It was like 10:30 at night or something like that, and we were like, dude, we really
shout out to Aaron and David.
Yeah, my mom and dad like showed us this garlic bread with cheese.
It's like a cheese dip or something.
So good. But Madeline doesn't like stringy cheese, but she likes pizza. She doesn't like cheese on burgers.
I don't like a lot of cheese on pizza when it's like stringing, wrapping around my tongue. That stresses me out.
The cheese that we got, Madeline was even craving it.
But you saw how much I put on there, and I did not like scoop it to where it was the stringy. It was just like the
You just don't like a
sauce.
whole lot of cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm very picky. And so we were talking about how everyone has different taste buds. So why does everyone think that people's view of beauty is the same when we all have different tastes?
You're comparing the taste to like somebody's side, like because we all have different taste buds, people always also have
attractive, like they're attracted to something else.
Like certain way a person should look to be called attractive.
Yeah.
Right? Is that, yeah.
Yeah, and we have like the blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny. I feel like that's what people think is the beauty standard.
But everybody's different.
Everybody has, like, you might like brunettes.
I do.
So to say, I hope you like brunettes.
No, I do not. I love blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just kind of comparing it to how we're all different. So we all have different things that we like when it comes to sports or anything. So looks are the same way. So if you look different than what you think other people think is the beauty standard, there's 100% somebody out there in this 7 billion people. How many people do we have?
Almost 8 billion or something like that.
On this earth, somebody out there probably has a preference in the way you look.
Yeah, I was going to say fetish, but that sounds way worse than preference.
Preference.
It is a preference.
A fetish is like... I mean, no fetish shaming, but yeah. Fetish is, I don't know. What is the definition of a fetish? I'm looking it up.
It's like, I don't know.
It doesn't have, I don't think it has to be sexual.
No. Right?
Oh, yeah. A form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to an abnormal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of body, etc.
So,
Victorian men developed fetishes focusing on feet, shoes, and boots. What?
I'm just trying to think of like, yeah, fetish and attractiveness are not the same thing.
No.
Yeah. That was my bad. I don't know the definition of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, growing up as a skinny boy, I still am kind of skinny. I'm trying to get more weight put on me.
My back is hurting. I am a true cat owner because I am actually letting him stay here.
Yeah, it's illegal for to move him.
He is being so cute, and I want to leave him because this might be our last podcast with him making an appearance.
Yeah, but he does hang out in here while we play video games.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on the video.
Well, yeah, but he'll still hang out with us on the couch. It's not like the last time he'll ever be on the couch.
I know, but I'm talking about on the podcast.
On the podcast, yeah, I know.
Because he won't be at the studio. I have contemplated about taking the cats up there.
No, we cannot do that.
Just so they can have their little cameo. What if they slept up here while we did it?
They do that all the time anyways. We can
Not on the podcast.
Okay, well, stay tuned for our YouTube videos or something because they might make an appearance on the couch.
Anyway, my back is hurting so bad right now, and I really want to move him.
Here, just move right here and then move this right here. Bam. Now your back won't hurt anymore. What? Michael's actually a beautiful cat. He's really handsome. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was saying. Okay. Sorry that this podcast is literally all over the place. I'm so sorry because we didn't do any sort of prep.
I did. I got 2 bullet points.
Did not. So yeah.
By the way, my back feels a lot better now.
Good.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. So growing up skinny sucks. I can't speak for the people.
As a male,
yeah. I mean, but it's also kind of okay, first I need to start off by saying I think every person on this earth has some sort of body dysmorphia. There is something that they would want to change about themselves. For me, I want to be bigger. I want to be 175 pounds. For the longest time, I think the first time I ever weighed anywhere over 130 pounds was my freshman year of college or senior year of high school. Mm-hmm. And it was so hard for me to gain weight. It still is. I try to bulk up, eat so much, but my stomach doesn't work that way. If I eat way too much, a lot of stuff comes out of my body. And I just can't hold on to that weight. It's difficult. And it's sad for a bunch of guys because all these guys are out here. And I'm not saying this is kind of, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm trying to think of a way to not sound like
the thing you just said was controversial.
No,
or something
what I'm about to say.
Okay, I was I don't think that was.
I think skinny guys have it hard, but we can't compare people that are bigger. Some people say that losing weight is way easier than gaining weight or vice versa.
It just honestly depends on the person.
It depends on the person.
And that's something I wanted to talk about whenever I get to the girl thing. Everybody's body, for the most part, I'm sure somebody has the same body as I do or body type, whatever. But everybody's body is different.
And we're not all the same.
No. Do you want me to go ahead and start talking, or are you?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Are you?
You can go ahead. I'm going to think about what I'm going to say.
Okay. So what I was kind of going towards is my rib cage sits higher up and I have wider hips. So I naturally have that hourglass shape without working towards it. That's how my body shape is. So I feel like a lot of girls set unrealistic goals based on their body. You need to find somebody who has a certain, the same body type, I guess. If I were to...
it doesn't help that everybody's on social media posting about their bodies too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. It does not help at all. And kind of piggybacking off of that is your Instagram models that you follow, they know their poses. They know what makes their body look the best depending on which way they turn their hips, which way they move this leg forward. We know. I mean, I know my poses.
I know my pose. I know to show the right side of my face because I'm right-handed. Everything, my right arm is bigger than my left. Oh, Steven's right arm. Oh, what does he do? Why is his right arm so much bigger than his left arm? That was always a joke in middle school. Why are all guys stronger on one side? It's because it's our dominant hand. Yeah. Anyways, I felt like I had to get that off my chest. I've been holding that in for
12 years.
12 years. Oh my God.
Were you
10 years ago we were in middle school?
Mine
that
must have been
right?
12. Yeah, because 24 minus 12.
Gross.
Oh, you're 22.
Oh yeah. My birthday was yesterday. I kind of forgot about
Happy
that.
birthday.
Thanks.
Well, now it's the 26th of April. This will be going up in a couple days.
27th of April.
Well, your birthday is
My
the
birthday was the
26th.
26th.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Was okay, whatever. So
Dude, this podcast is so
no, I
bad.
think it'll be good. I really do. But with the girls like knowing their poses, that's not bad. I mean, I want to post photos of where I feel confident. Like, dang, look at that waist. I look snatched. Like, yes, I'm going to post it. But that is very bad for other people who are looking at those photos because some people don't understand that, like, depending on which way you pose your body transforms your body.
Yeah.
And so there might be in the same set of photos, I might have my hip pushed out more and I'm like, ooh, that does not look good.
You'll take like a bunch of photos and be like, okay, yeah, this is the one.
This is the one. And it was because my foot was slightly forward, causing an illusion of blah, blah, blah. Guys, I have a pudge. I do. I have thick thighs, but those are my insecurities. So I try to mask them. But I understand that that is also not good for viewers.
And it's natural. It's natural.
Yeah, for sure.
That's your body type.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, I hate people commenting on there, like basically fat shaming people, like, oh, you are so fat, you need to lose weight. It's not that easy. It
No.
really isn't. And, like, I get comments about me. He looks sickly, like, talking about me. I do look sickly. I look so skinny. If you guys go back to 2 years ago and look at me, I get, like, freaked out looking at those pictures of me because I was like, how was I even surviving? Actually, I weighed 117 pounds at one point and I was 20. That's ridiculous. And it was hard for me. It's hard for me to gain weight.
Yeah, and on the flip side, like I'm upset on both sides of the spectrum. I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm not super skinny and I'm obviously not
Bigger, yeah.
So I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. So I understand both sides. Like when a super skinny girl posts a TikTok showing off her body because she's confident in it, she gets a lot of hate comments. And I'm sure somebody else with a bigger build also gets a lot of hate comments. So
just the internet sucks, dude.
And just
like,
because
so many people
just
are so
because
rude.
someone's super skinny, it could be a medical condition where they can't gain weight. No matter how much they eat, they do not gain weight or
we
whatever.
know people in person that can eat and eat and eat. I am one of those people, though.
Yeah.
I can eat so much. At one point, I was taking in like 3,000 calories a day, barely gaining anything. It's hard for me.
On the flip side, I could eat 3,000 calories and gain a lot of weight.
So actually, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but there was a point like where you were just sad, like with your body, and you were like, I just need to stop eating snacks at night.
Yeah.
And
So the snack intake at night was becoming a problem. I definitely, I don't even know what my heaviest was. I'm open with it. I don't really care. I weighed, was it like 120?
127, I think.
Oh, I was going to say 128.
No.
So that's the heaviest I've ever been. And I know
and there's
I'm getting,
nothing wrong with that either. If you guys are listening and comparing yourselves, don't compare. Like we
and
said earlier,
okay,
everybody's different.
That's another thing. 128, depending on the person, can look so different per
The weight distribution
body. Yeah.
too in everybody's body. You could have way bigger boobs than somebody else, and that's where most of your weight could be.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like I wouldn't stress too much about the scale. I'm getting a lot better with it now.
And I think that's a problem with most people. I know for like, I don't want to say this person thing, but basically I walked into somebody's house and I saw on the scale, it says this scale, like this number does not define who you are as a person, because it really doesn't. Like, don't be sad because you see a certain number on a scale. But
and
it also, I say that it's so easy just to not judge yourself based on that number, because in reality, you do judge yourself off that number. And it's just, we got to get out of this thought process of thinking this weight defines who I am. But it's so hard to like not think that because it's so embedded in our mind.
There is a really good quote that I heard. It was, I don't even know if it was really a quote. I think it was just like a TikTok sound that was going around, but it was something, this is not verbatim whatsoever, but it was something along the lines of this, of where whenever I die, people aren't saying, oh, she was so skinny. Oh,
Exactly.
she was so big. Oh, she had big boobs. I don't know. I can't even really think of it. It didn't say that.
Yeah.
But it was something about your appearances.
Your appearance
But
doesn't matter.
People are
Yeah.
actually saying she was so kind. She was so nice. She did this for me and it was super sweet. Like the things that you do, or the people around you who care the most, they're not looking at your body and thinking, oh my gosh, like, oh, she's got some love handles on her.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a lot to like understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I have actually been very fortunate that I really haven't struggled a lot with my weight. I would say within the last 2 years I have, but it was because I'm getting in my mature body. I'm not going to have my high school body or middle school body that I had. We're not. That's not realistic. Like, I feel like we need to set realistic goals of what we can work ourselves towards.
Yeah, and there's not really a set definition of healthy either. Like, you can be healthy and 185 pounds, and some people can be healthy at 100 pounds.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on who you are and what your body type is and how tall you are, everything. So, I mean, I don't really know where I was going with that. But basically, like, health, like, you don't have to be healthy, I'm doing air quotes right now, and be 120 pounds if you're like, I don't know.
I mean, I would strive to be on the healthy end of things. A good medium is great. I think I'm actually, my fat intake is above average. Not fat intake, my fat on my body.
It's your fat percentage.
Yeah, is like
body fat percentage.
It's above average. So I'm trying to work on getting that, because I have like one of those smart scales.
So yeah, we have one of these scales that like tell you it's like your skeletal mass, your muscle mass, your fat, your what is it, your body fat percentage or something like that. I'm actually gonna get on the app.
So I have, rather than focusing on the number, I have been focusing on those percentages and working on that. Like I said earlier, I have very thick thighs. They're unproportionate to my body, I feel like. So I've been wanting to work on my thighs, but it's very difficult to do that. But I have been, like we were talking earlier, I have cut out the snacks and I've seen a big change. And an overall change too in my mood about my body. Like, did I not say like the other day, I was like, I actually have not been hating my body the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been fine. I've been chilling, not worried about it, because I think I've finally come to the conclusion that it's normal for my body to change the way it has. And I think this is just my mature body and what it's going to be like. It's kind of like when you get old, and older people typically lose a lot of weight because they're older now. And so that's your old body. I did air quotes. Rather than your high school body. Like, I can't have this unrealistic goal of me being 45 wanting to have my high school body.
Exactly. You can't do that. It's natural. It's just the way that you grow up. And
but that doesn't mean you can't work on yourself and be like healthy, exercising. Isn't it like 3 times a week you're supposed to exercise 30 minutes a day?
I do think everybody should exercise, because it sounds bad, but like, if you exercise, you actually feel good with just like mentally too. It's like, I actually did something.
I did that.
I did something today. I got my heart rate up and I feel good. I think what you put in your body, like, your body runs off of what you feed it. And so like, if you're just over here eating like
Domino's pizza every day,
every single day, you're going to feel like shit all day, or whatever you eat. But if you start eating healthier, I'm doing air quotes again, because
we're bad.
I eat so bad, like badly. Like,
we just had
diet,
a Tostino's pizza for lunch, which we ate half of it. He ate half and I ate the other half. So it wasn't like a big
But
thing.
we do try to eat healthy. Like, we'll eat our meats, and like, we'll get turkey sandwiches, make turkey sandwiches. I don't know. Is it, so we're not vegan or vegetarian, but is it hard to like find healthier? No, because it's all plant-based, I would assume. Is there like
There's definitely unhealthy food for like,
veganism and
vegetarian?
I don't know. I'm curious if you guys fall under that category in your diet plan. Let us know like how
being vegetarian and vegan is actually pretty difficult on trying to maintain your protein
because you
can't have too much of something without having the other part.
I'm curious. I would love to know.
But there's other ways of getting protein that's not meat.
Yeah. There's plant protein. Like I'm like getting nuts, like eating pistachios. Those have some. Oh my god, it has
peanut butter.
Yeah, it has protein in it. I'm curious. So I have this weight scale thing pulled up, and it tells me everything that I need to know. So last time I weighed myself on the scale was October 24th,
Dang.
2021. Or that's the last time I used the app. Said I was 161.2 pounds. I do not weigh that anymore. I think I weigh like 152, 153. Yeah. That's when I was working out the most I've ever have. That was the strongest I've ever been, but that was also the biggest I've ever been. It says my BMI was standard 21.8. Is that, body mass index, yeah. And my body fat percentage was 17.8. Fat-free body weight, 132.
Yeah, so this app is pretty cool.
But it said my protein was too high, 23.1%. Proteins are one of the building blocks of body tissue and can also serve as a fuel source. Bone mass? My bone mass is excellent, by the way.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so the last time I weighed was April 15th of this year, and my body fat since the last time I had weighed myself had gone down by 1%. So that's really what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the weight number because it's
different for everybody too.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm right at the too high.
Awesome. So you're coming down.
Yeah. So I was at like 32% or something. Like it was in the too high. Like I'm in the red. So right now I'm at 30%, which is right in between of the high and too high. Mm-hmm. It still says I'm too high, but I've been working on it. And that's what I want that to be lower at the standard. I don't want it to be at the too low, but I want it to be at the standard. And that's for my body, my height.
Yeah. So this scale, I guess, or this app takes into consideration your height, age, and I guess your weight distribution, I guess, because it does measure out everything. So,
and I don't even know if it's really legit. I mean, I don't understand how they can get all that through your toes.
Yeah,
but I don't care. I'm going off of it. So, okay.
But I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Literally have to say this. So, so on here, it doesn't say, oh yeah, you're healthy. It gives you like a standard range based on your height and weight, saying like, so for example, I put in here that I'm 6 foot when I'm really 5'11", but it doesn't really matter because it's 1 inch. It says that the BMI for low, if your BMI is lower than 18.5, then it's super low. But if it's higher than 25, then it's high. So, but that could be different for your profile on here too, since you are a different height and weight. That's where I was going. That's what I was saying.
So you can't just base off like my numbers of being 30%
exactly
fat. It depends on your body.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was if you are looking into gaining weight or losing weight, I would make sure you are following someone who is a credible, like has credentials, or not credentials, but really make sure that the information that they are giving to you is accurate.
Yeah.
So when you're doing a dietitian plan or a diet plan, I've never followed one of those. But I have seen a lot of people on like TikTok. I'll like do a calorie deficit meal or something. And I'll read the comments and a lot of them will be like, this is so harmful. Like you should not be telling people to do this. Like this is not correct. This is not right.
And that's what's scary with social media too, is anybody can literally put out any information.
Yeah. And I would watch the video. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I could do that. And then I would read the comments and I'm like, wait, what? So I wouldn't just base your opinions off of comments because those are obviously like random people who probably don't really know what they're talking about either. But I would do your own research and make sure you are following someone who knows what they're talking about. I can't even think of some people. I had a lot of like YouTubers that okay, I am so picky. I am the pickiest eater in the universe of the world.
She's not lying.
And so I would watch all these YouTube videos, like YouTube channels of like cooking channels. And I would watch them make these extravagant meals and like healthy meals. And I'm like, I would never eat that, but that looks really good. And like I would watch those. So I do have some people that like I would trust if I were trying to follow a plan. I can't think of anyone's names, but yeah, I would just make sure you're doing your research. Also, set realistic goals.
Yeah.
And don't look at a social media influencer and say, I want to look like that.
Because it's probably not possible. And
depending on, not because you can't do it. You can lose weight.
You can do it.
Or gain weight. It's put your mind to it.
Really hard. What's hardest about it is getting discouraged.
Yeah.
Doing it.
But what I was saying was it might not be attainable because of your rib cage where it sits, or where your hip bones are, or the way your body is. Like it really, like, you have to find someone who is about your body type to idolize.
Yeah. But also, you have one body on this earth. You only get one life. So, like, do whatever makes you happy. If you don't want to be healthy, dude, screw it. You don't have to be.
No.
There's no rules of what you have to look like. You can literally do whatever you want.
And, like, some people, I know, like, some people will lose weight to be able to go on a hike. They want to do hiking really bad.
And that's their goal. They're like, I want to do this. It's like a feel of accomplishment.
Yeah. But some people, they don't want to. They want to stay at home, and that's freaking fine. If that's how you want to live your life, awesome.
I don't want to go on hikes.
It's not hindering my life.
Yeah. I don't care what you look like, how you view your body, because that's you. You guys shouldn't care how I view my body.
I want you to be happy.
That exactly.
So do what you want.
You don't have. Yeah, we're saying like, oh, you should be healthy, but honestly, it's up to you. You don't have to listen to anything that we say, and that's. I just hate hearing people say like, oh, you should be skinny, or you should gain weight. What if I don't want to? What if I like how I look? I don't like how I look, but
yeah.
People are like that.
And that's normal too. If you are out there not liking your body and thinking you're alone, you are not alone. I think, like Steven said earlier, we all have kind of a body dysmorphia.
I think we all do. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever be completely happy with the way that I look. I don't think anybody is.
It's kind of like if I want to go get a nose job, like I want to go get a nose job.
Yeah. And also like these bodybuilders that like, I don't think bodybuilding and like having a low amount of fat is healthy. Like people with body fat like less than 10%, that is not healthy at all.
I don't know anything about that. So
like people like with less than 10% body fat, like where you can see their abs. I actually heard like one of these.
Do you know why that would be considered unhealthy?
Because your body needs fat. Your body needs it. If there's not enough, I forget what it is, but basically I was watching a documentary one time, and this strong man, they call them strongmen because they're the strongest men in the world. These strong men don't have abs. They say if you have abs, it's a sign that means you're not eating enough. You're not. Like,
oh, I get it.
Like just like, okay, in middle school,
because we all technically have abs.
We all have abs.
It's just under a little thing of fat.
It's under exactly. We all have abdominal muscles. Some people just can't show them. Like in middle school, still kind of now, I can just walk around without a shirt on and you can see my abs, but that's not because I'm strong. That's because I'm too skinny and I need to eat more. But also, who cares what you look like? Because if you want to have abs that you can just walk around in, you can.
Yeah, and then also, I'm not pregnant. I feel like I always have to say that. But like one day when I do get pregnant, my body is going to change so much. And I've never obviously gone through trying to get baby weight off or whatever. I just feel like a lot of moms will put so much pressure on them because they see other bodies of girls their age who maybe haven't had kids yet.
Or the girls that have had kids.
And
then
they bounce back really quick.
But that's just who they are, and that's their body type.
And that's just, depending on how they carried their pregnancy, they might have not shown at all.
Yeah.
Or,
You've actually shown me TikToks of people like, how is she so skinny and pregnant at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. People are like, where's the baby?
Yeah.
Like, what?
But again, that's her body type. And I feel like this podcast episode is kind of like contradicting ourselves because we're like, be healthy, but also do whatever you want because we don't care. It's literally your life. But I think some people will take both sides. Great. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm kind of neutral. I already said that earlier. Like, I'm kind of on both sides. Like, I get so sad when I hear people saying to a girl who is super skinny, eat a hamburger. Like,
That's
you
so
do
mean.
not know how, like, hurtful that is probably for someone.
Yeah.
Because they might not be, trigger warning, anorexic
Mm-hmm.
or bulimic. They most likely just can't gain weight. Like, she probably does eat hamburgers 24 times a day. Like,
Exactly.
and she just doesn't gain it. So it makes me sad. And then on the flip side, when somebody is on the heavier side and they say, go run a mile.
It's not that easy.
No.
You have to train your body. Everybody has to train their body.
And you have to have the mindset.
You do. You can't go into it like, with a poor mindset either. I was going to say something that I was like, oh, that was like really nice, but I totally forgot
Sorry.
what I was going to say. It's okay. It was my mind. I think it was my ADHD mind. I have self-diagnosed ADHD, by the way, if you guys didn't know.
You have said that in every episode.
Well, just in case they didn't know. I have self-diagnosed ADHD. I don't even know if you can self-diagnose yourself. Self-diagnose. I don't even know if you can self-diagnose.
I have no idea. I mean, it's not, you can say. Self-diagnosing, I think, is kind of saying, I don't know if I actually have it, but I think I do.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you say, I self-diagnosed me that I have appendicitis.
I don't know
if not a very good.
Yeah.
It's not a very
that was
good.
like the equivalent of me trying to like make a point. I try to make so many points sometimes, as you can probably tell in this episode. I tried to already, and they don't make any sense.
They don't land.
Madeline will, they exactly.
I have to be like, do you mean this?
And I'm like, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we are probably being kind of contradicting, but like the topic is so broad. Like, there's so many things that you can talk about with it.
I remember what I was gonna say. That's what triggered it for me. So our whole message is be kind. Literally, just be freaking nice to everybody. Like on TikTok, eat a hamburger or go run a mile. Those are hurtful. Don't like.
And it's hurtful.
And you don't need to say that. It's just funny because everybody that's doing that is behind a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that's being mean on the internet is typing with their little fingers behind themselves. Dude, they could be eating a hamburger and say, eat a hamburger. They could be laying down and be like, oh, go run a mile. You're literally the one on your phone sitting there bullying people online while you're probably not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you guys hear this all the time, or you guys have heard this saying like people who bully other people have like hurt
their
themselves.
Own hurt,
and didn't hurt themselves. Have their own hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess
somebody commented saying that's not an excuse to bully people to have your own hurt.
Oh, it's not at all.
But I feel like it's not an excuse, but when you're in the moment, people aren't thinking, oh, I have hurt, I'm going to go bully someone.
Yeah.
It just happens because they have that hurt. It's more of they are not accidentally bullying, but they just have no other way of putting those emotions somewhere else.
And so they do it to a random person on the internet.
Well, or in school or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like they're thinking like Steven, whenever he was younger, he might have not been the nicest kid or whatever, but he was going through his own thing.
I was kind of a bully.
Yeah, with his ears. He wasn't thinking, oh, because people are making fun of my ears and blah, 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 I'm going to go hate them.
It's anger that's built up inside of you. And as kids, you don't know how to control your anger. Some people, as adults, still don't know how to control their anger. I think we kind of know how to control our anger too, and like how we need to talk with each other about certain things. But whenever we were in middle school, I was so mean to people because I had my own hurt. because I had built up anger.
And it wasn't, it's not an excuse, but he can't go back in time and change it anyway.
I know.
And
I've
so
apologized to people that I was mean to.
Okay, guys, he was not like a bully putting kids up against the
was
locker.
not cool. I was not cool in middle school.
He wasn't like that kind of bully. It was more of just not being.
I was not the nicest.
But you weren't the nicest. You were nice.
But I wasn't as nice as I should. I did.
There were days. It wasn't like every single day you were bullying the same kid because he looked different. It was not that kind of bullying. It was probably more of like teasing with your friends, but going a little too far.
Yeah.
But I don't want y'all to think Steven was like an awful kid. He was not. He just had like whatever.
I had hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's your story to tell, and I didn't know you in middle school, but that's kind of what I've gauged from when you talk about it. It wasn't, you pinning somebody up against a locker and beating him up.
Yeah. And one thing that I do.
Which both hurt.
Yeah.
Words hurt and physical hurt. But you were not like a repeating offender of the same person or whatever.
I am proud of myself because I have like apologized to people that I was mean to in middle school and high school. And I hope they remember that. I doubt they're listening or watching because who cares? But like I did.
You have tried to make amends.
Yeah, because I have changed as a person. And
you've grown up. Like
exactly.
You're now 22.
Yeah, 22, married. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wish people were nice.
Me too. And I want to say just love yourself, but I know that's so hard.
It's not that easy.
I'm struggling with like loving my mental self and like who I am as a person. And I am struggling with loving myself as a physical, my body.
Yeah.
But I will say I am definitely getting better every day, and it's baby steps, you guys. This has been like a 2-year thing of me. Steven's annoyed. Me saying, oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that. But I also don't put the work in. So
yeah,
that's another reason why I don't get really down on myself is because I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything to help it.
Yeah.
But then it makes me more mad because I'm like, why won't I just go do it?
And then I would say, hey, Madeline, come work out with me. You're like, no.
I don't like working out. I do not like running. I do not like physical activities. I don't like any of it. And a lot of it does come down to genes too.
Yeah. Like some people are just born bigger. Some people are born smaller. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
I just wish as a society we could all actually love every body type.
And understand that everybody's different.
Yes.
Because there's people out there that like know that everybody's different deep down, but they don't think that all the time.
Yeah, like I'm so glad that models are now being more inclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's side hurt. It's like my abdomen hurts.
You got appendicitis?
No, it's on my left side.
Oh. Yeah, I just wish I'm so glad that models are starting to be more inclusive. We're starting to see different body types because those different body types are going to be wearing those clothes.
That documentary about Abercrombie and Fitch.
I don't know how, again, I don't know the credentials of the people who made the documentary, so I don't want to regurgitate
false information.
So I would take this with a grain of salt, but we watched the new Abercrombie and Fitch
documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
If you guys haven't seen that, it's something to watch because it's crazy. Because you think like, oh, whoa, how did they even get away with that?
That was more about race, than body type.
But it also had to do with body type because they would only hire the skinny white dudes that are ripped or the skinny girls that
had a cute personality.
Yeah, and they would hire the not so attractive. I'm doing air quotes for those listening.
To the society. Who gauges that that's what we see? Some people probably see a blonde-headed, blue-eyed girl and they're like, oh, that's not my thing. That's no.
But they say brunette, brown, or green eyes and they're like, that's it. That's my type.
Or depending on the body shape. Like some people might like the mom bod.
Yeah.
I mean, some girls like the dad bod.
They like the dad bods. And I like seeing those people like whenever they go up on the street and they're like, what do you prefer, dad bod or skinny guys? And they're like, oh, dad bods for sure.
Yeah.
But that's also hurtful to the skinny guys like me. Because
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
about to
oh,
say,
so
how does that make you
I
feel?
have to get a dad bod now for girls to like me.
Yeah. But you
But
already
I don't
got
have to worry about that.
Yeah, you've already gotten tied down.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, and as being a social media influencer, it's really hard because I'm under the eyes of so many people. And so I want to look good because I don't want people commenting about my love handles or whatever. But I also don't want to give unrealistic pictures or whatever to my viewers because I don't want them to think, oh, I want to look like her, which I do not think I have the type of body that people are like, I want to look like her.
Some people
but maybe,
might.
Yeah, maybe it is. And so I try to have like more of a fine line. I hardly post pictures in swimsuits anymore. And I try to make my photos look more realistic. I hardly put filters on my pictures. I don't know if you guys notice, but I do put some filters on it.
I just don't post on Instagram in general.
Yeah. But I try to make our life look as realistic as possible because it is, but we also have to have that entertaining factor too, because I don't want to be too bored or boring or whatever.
We don't live this bougie lifestyle or anything. And I do like that about ourselves. We don't say, oh, I just got this new Louis Vuitton. I got this new Gucci thing.
And that's okay if that's somebody's like...
Yeah, you bought it. Show it off, dude. If you want.
It's your money. Do what you want. But at the same time, like, I feel like sometimes it can be hurtful.
You got to think about other people looking at that.
But...
Again.
You also have to think about yourself and what makes you happy.
Yeah, so for us, Gucci, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton doesn't make us happy. It doesn't.
I cannot... that would stress me out, spending $4,000 on a handbag. But for some people, that is like their dream.
Yeah.
And that is something they have worked so hard for.
Go and get it.
Say they worked overtime just to have a pot for them to go buy that purse.
Yeah.
I get that. I do. But for my preference, we have different preferences.
Like, I guess you could...
I'm not shaming. Like, we're not shaming if that's the type of lifestyle you want to have. But I hope it's for you and not because I want these people
want to show off.
See my life and want my life.
I don't know if we can kind of compare this, but my Louis Vuitton and Gucci is the equivalent to camera stuff. Lenses. I want the best lenses, even though people don't really care.
Yeah.
At all. Like, okay, cool, you got a lens. Nobody really cares, but
to camera world, they're probably like, oh my gosh, you got that lens?
But yeah.
Like, Steven just got some star tracker thing. We bought it for him for his birthday.
It's really cool. I took a 4-minute exposure of the stars last night with 0 star trails and 0 grain. It was awesome.
Yeah. So
do you guys want to know? Okay, so it was a Star Tracker 2i... Star Adventure 2i Pro Pack is what I got. And so it's like I'd take a 4-minute long exposure with 0. Did I already say that? 0 star trails?
Yes.
Okay. And like 0 grain. My settings were f/5.6 at 18 millimeters at 400
I think
ISO.
This is the wrong demographic, babe.
For those of you who are wondering.
So, you need to explain what that is. Like, that means you took a picture of the stars without... Like, you got the clearest picture you can get with your lens, right?
So the Earth spins super fast. Faster than we can even fathom. And so there's like something called the North Celestial Pole, which is
and we're
North
constantly
Pole.
Moving.
Yeah, so there's an axis. And so this star tracker, you point it at Polaris, which is the North Star if you're in the northern hemisphere. And you have to put it in a specific spot. There's an app that you have to get on your phone. And because the North Star really isn't the North Pole. That's not true north. It's like somewhere around it, depending on where you are in the Earth. So you have to point the star tracker there. And whenever you flip it on, it will, like, there are different modes. You can track the sun, the moon, stars, and some other stuff. So I track it on Polaris, which is the North Pole. So basically this machine points at the exact same spot and it moves with the Earth at the exact same speed. It's like perfect math, everything. It's crazy. So basically, I can take longer exposures because if you take like a 25-second exposure, like on a camera, so you leave the shutter open for 25 seconds, all that information is getting put into that sensor and it like makes it brighter. But also, if you do like more than 25 seconds without a star tracker, you'll get star trails.
You're such a nerd.
It's so awesome though. Okay, because the universe is infinite and we can't fathom infinity. And these stars that we're taking pictures of are like 16 million light years away. The speed of light is crazy fast. Like everything that we see in front of us like happened before we even saw it in our eyes. So like me snapping it, I heard it after I already did it, even though it's like instantaneous. And the same thing with sight too, like me touching that. I saw me touch it later than whenever I touched it.
So,
anyways, these stars are like 16 million light years away, which takes light 16 million years to reach Earth. And so what we're seeing, basically, these cameras that we're taking pictures of the stars with is a time machine, because we're seeing 16 million years ago in the sky, if that makes sense. I had to breathe. That was hard for me.
Where I was going with that was my parents and Steven's parents and I bought Steven this star tracker thing.
Sorry for that long rant, by the way. It was like I was like hyper focused on that.
And it is on the expensive side. So there might be somebody out there who is into astrophotography and wants what you have so bad.
Yeah.
But it brings you joy. And
like that, just me talking about that made me so happy.
Yeah. So like if you wanted to post about it, it's because you're excited. You aren't posting it because you're like, oh, I want to make this guy feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I got a whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, social media, like I love social media. And at the same time, I'm just like, it's so harmful.
It really is.
But it's so helpful too. Like it's such a like
it's a spectrum. It is a spectrum because
it's so helpful and harmful, and it's a bittersweet.
I think it's also the mindset
place
of the viewer and the poster. That's because nobody's going to be on the same page with anything.
No, because we're all different. Everything about us.
Basically, you got one life. Live it however you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
I hope this episode is not like as contradicting as we think it is or controversial. Take what you heard with a grain of salt. This is just
We're not
two
professionals
people who are
talking.
young and married, and this is our opinions. This is just our opinion. We should probably, can you put like an insert at the beginning?
We can do something after this. Like we can record like something.
And just say like, a disclaimer, please remember that these are just our opinions and whatnot.
You guys already heard that
because I don't want to step on anyone's toes or hurt anyone because yes, like weight is so touchy.
It is a touchy subject.
It's touchy for me. It's touchy for you. It's touchy for anybody because society has it at such a high standard and sometimes it's unrealistic. Like, if you can take anything from this is make sure you are following people who know what they're talking about and you're not doing anything to harm your body, whether it be to gain weight or to lose weight.
Yeah.
And also just love yourself in the way that I know, again, I said that's very like, it's so hard. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
It really is. It's baby steps. It could take you 4 years to finally be content with your body.
One thing that I hate are the fitness industry on the internet, because they're saying, if you want to lose weight, all you have to do is do this.
Do 30 ab workouts. Everyone's body is different.
No, like you can't just eat. Go ahead.
We're all in different cycles too. Like I could be way further along than somebody else. So how long do I need to do my sit-ups for?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Starting out, like you could do like 40 sit-ups, but a person that's like just starting out doing something, they might be able to do only like 5 sit-ups.
Yeah. And
you can't just do like
baby steps.
Do this and you'll gain weight, or do this and you'll lose weight, because it's not practical.
It's not just a cookie cutter plan that everybody can follow along. And again, with like medical issues with your body, like I might not have enough something chemical in my body that helps me burn fat quicker. And so that is not true
Factual.
at all. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, there's probably something out there, which if you guys know by chance, you can comment it in the or in the comments, but there's probably something to do with like the chemicals not allowing you to, like, thyroid problems.
So many people have. I have a family history of thyroid issues.
Yeah, and a big thing with thyroid problems is gaining weight and not being able to lose weight.
Yeah.
And so some people that I know, they finally got their thyroid checked out. They never knew that was a thing and never knew it was a problem. And they finally got that figured out, and they started taking medicine and shaved off pounds like no other, when things they were doing in the past was not working.
Yeah.
Like counting their calories and doing this, it was not working until they started taking that medicine.
Yeah.
Because something in their body
it could be a medical issue.
Yeah.
Anyways, moral of this episode.
Sorry, it's very like back and forth.
It doesn't feel like we've been here for an hour.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Good.
It really didn't feel like that.
Yeah, and
all.
I'm worried. Like, I want to listen to it and make sure that we weren't saying anything that's like too touchy.
I think as long as we put a disclaimer, I think we'll be good, because honestly, like, we're not professionals. You guys know we're not professionals.
And we are not here to hurt anybody's feelings.
We just want to talk about how we feel.
And we're not professionals at advice givers. Like, we're just everyday people who are trying to live life and be influencers.
That's something funny too. This is like totally off topic. This is my off topic pass. No, my off topic pass was the stars.
Okay, just go
I'm
ahead.
gonna do it again. Uh-oh.
Do you actually forget it?
I forgot it. We were just talking about
not being a professional, and we're just two regular people with everyday life.
Okay, yeah. That made me remember. Okay, people, like, I understand, like, if I saw somebody like super famous, I'd be like, oh my god, like, that's crazy. But they're just normal people. So like, whenever some people are like scared to see us or something, or like scared to say hi to us, I just want them to know, like, we're just normal people too. Like, we have cats, we have our own daily issues.
We take showers.
I wipe my ass. I poop. I poop.
Nice.
FYI.
Yeah, so we're just normal freaking people. Like, and so is Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know why that's always the first. I don't even care. Like, she's not like my favorite actress
that's
in
just
the
the
world.
first name
like,
that comes to your head.
I don't know why Jennifer Lawrence is always that person.
So basically, if you guys see us in public, say hi. Just be like normal. Don't be, okay, that sounded rude, but be normal around us. But
I thought of one more thing I wanted to say.
Just come say hi, because we're normal people.
That kind of goes along with like body image and stuff, is that what you see on the internet is what people want you to see. Yeah.
We don't post like our bad side.
I don't post about me hating my body online, because I don't want people to think that, because I might have the ideal body that somebody wants, and by me saying I hate my body, they probably take that in a way of she's wanting compliments, or she's wanting this or that. And I feel like that happens a lot on TikTok.
It does. It really does.
Like, when girls talk about their body or whatever, and that's kind of why I'm like kind of iffy about talking about this, is because
it is a touchy subject.
Because some people might think I'm bragging about weighing 127 or however much it was. It's just what it is. And I know the pounds is not something to go off of. It's how you feel.
If you feel great about who you are, keep on doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's literally your body. We have one life to live. Mm-hmm. Make it good. Yeah. Be nice to people. Eat whatever you want. If you want to be shredded, be shredded. If you want to be like, if you just want to hang out, not do anything all day, do it. But I don't know. That was probably weird to say. Do whatever makes you happy. As long as it doesn't hurt somebody else.
Hurting someone else. That is always my motto, is do what you want as long as you are not causing harm to somebody else.
Exactly.
Whether that be whatever.
Yeah.
But then again, like, you're always going to hurt somebody. Somebody's always going to be offended about something.
I don't think there's like a solution at all.
Dude, life is complicated and crazy. So, Yeah.
Take that with whatever you want.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're going to go.
I got to go to Home Depot.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Michael is still right here sleeping.
He's awesome.
He was sleeping here before we got here. I thought he was going to get up.
He would, like, whenever I was setting everything up, like 30 minutes before you got here, he was there.
Michael, man. I was hoping you would get up.
By the time we're gone, he's going to be waking up and be like...
He's going to be crazy.
He's going to be psycho.
Yeah. All right. Well, Michael is still here. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's really cute. And I love him. I love Mia, too. She's out there doing her cat thing. Probably sleeping.
Yeah. Stay tuned for our new studio next episode.
Yes, we're super excited.
And obviously it's not going to be done by the time we're in there, but we're going to slowly be adding to it.
Yeah, like we'll have the sign up and whatnot. Probably not like cute little trinkets around. And
yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening or watching. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like this video if you're on YouTube, and make sure to come back. Check us out on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. I actually finally got that up, so I'm excited about that. If you guys want to learn more about stars, DM me on Instagram. I know a bunch about it, and it's like this new...
It's his new thing.
It's my new hyper-focus stuff. Like, I know so much. It's kind of embarrassing, but we want to go camping soon so I can like actually use it, because there's too much light pollution around where we live. So I want to go like in the middle of nowhere, camp out, stay up all night, take pictures of stars.
You know what I just thought of? You should make a TikTok that's dedicated to like your
but
stars.
The thing is I'm not motivated enough to do it. Okay, so I'm really bad about this, so
we need to go, man.
I know. I'm gonna say this one last thing. We'll film so many TikToks on my phone, and because Madeline is like, who's in charge of our TikTok and everything, and so I have videos on my phone, and she's like, did we ever post this TikTok from like a month ago? Like, no.
I'm like, you need to start sending that direct. Actually, you have 2 videos on your phone from yesterday that I need you to send directly
and
to
I have
my phone.
drafts in TikTok that need to be uploaded, actually, that I just haven't. I'm really bad at it, so if I did start a TikTok, I would never post on it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, I thought it would be a cool idea.
I'll think about it, and maybe one day I'll get motivated. I'm like, yeah, I'll do this.
Because you'll find those niche of people who are looking for star stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, me, yes, it's cool, but I'm not, like, obsessed with it. But there are people out there who are.
Are you going to be honest with me? Did things that I said earlier about stars, did that go over your head?
Yeah, it did. But... Yeah. You were happy saying it, so
hyper-focused on
I'm here to cheer you on.
Love you.
And feed your addiction. I love you too.
Cool. All right. Again, sorry guys, I did an outro like 5 minutes ago, but thank you guys so much for listening, watching. Check us out on Instagram if you want. Tell me happy birthday in the comments, because I want that attention.
Happy late
birthday. Tell me happy birthday for next year, so you guys don't have to remember next year. I think that's all we got to say. You have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Hope you guys are having a great day or night, or whenever you're watching or listening. Always remember to stay kind, and we hope to see you guys in our next podcast.
Bye, guys.
Later.